Ever wondered why you hate your ex so much, or that guy at work who never refills the coffee pot, or broccoli? It's funny, isn't it? How we find ourselves bristling at the mere mention of things like cilantro, traffic jams, or even the sound of someone chewing. But here's the kicker. Hate isn't necessarily a bad thing. Yes, you heard it right. It's as natural as love, joy, or fear. It's a part of our emotional makeup, an instinctive response designed to protect us from things that pose a threat, whether it's a venomous snake or, well, a plate full of broccoli. And let's not forget, our dislikes can also be pretty revealing, offering insights into our personalities, preferences, and past experiences. So the next time you're cursing the broccoli on your plate, remember, you're not weird, you're human. Now don't go thinking that your brain is a mean, green hate machine. It's more like a grumpy old man shouting, "Get off my lawn," to anything unfamiliar. You see, the brain is an intricate organ, and one of its key players in the game of hate is the amygdala. Picture the amygdala as this cantankerous old coot, always on high alert, ready to defend his territory against anything that seems a tad bit off. Now, when something provokes our ire, the amygdala springs into action, sending out alarm bells like an overzealous neighborhood watch. It's like the old man spotting a trespasser on his lawn and instantly calling the police. This reaction triggers a cascade of responses throughout our body, making us ready to either confront the threat or run away. But it's not all about the amygdala. The frontal cortex, the part of our brain that's like a wise old owl, also plays a role. It tries to reason with the amygdala, saying, hey, maybe the kid just wants his ball back. But sometimes the old man is just too stubborn to listen. So, there you have it. The brain's complex interplay of reactions and responses is what makes us feel hate. It's not about being malicious or spiteful, it's simply our brain doing its best to protect us. So, if you're ever accused of being a hater, just blame it on your brain's inner grumpy old man. Believe it or not, hate served a purpose in our caveman days. It's not all about ruining your mood during rush hour traffic. Picture this. You're a prehistoric human caveman style. The world is one big dangerous place. There are no laws, no police, and certainly no Wi-Fi. Now, in this setting, hate was not just about having a bad day, it was a survival tool. Hate, you see, is an intense emotion, much like love. But where love binds us, hate sets us apart. It creates a clear boundary between us and them, between friend and foe. It's like having a personal compass that points towards danger. Hate would have helped our ancestors identify threats in their environment. Imagine a rival tribe encroaching on your territory or a wild beast eyeing your lunch. A healthy dose of hate in these scenarios would not only have kept you alert but also prompted you to act, to defend, and to survive. And while we no longer need to fend off saber-toothed tigers or rival cavemen, hate, in its modern context, still serves a purpose. It alerts us to perceived threats and injustices, prompting us to take action, albeit in less physically confrontational ways. But here's the funny part. The same emotional machinery that once helped us survive the wild now gets triggered by a slow internet connection or a cold cup of coffee. So, the next time you feel the urge to throttle your slow Wi-Fi, remember your ancestors would be proud. Ever heard of the thin line between love and hate? It's not just a cliche, folks. Science backs it up. You see, our brains are fascinatingly complex, and the areas that light up when we feel love are surprisingly similar to those that flare when we experience hate. It's a little like having a grumpy old man and a starry-eyed romantic living in your head, sharing the same living room and fighting over the remote. This paradoxical connection might seem strange, but it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Both love and hate are intense emotions that demand a lot of energy. They push us to act, to protect, to fight, or to cherish. They're two sides of the same coin, deeply intertwined in our psyche. Weird, right? So, the next time you're feeling all lovey-dovey, remember, there's a grumpy old man in your brain just waiting to switch sides.